was like,
Hey,
hey, I
what's
like
good?
that.
What's popping? Everybody in here? We in here, man. We late. We late, but we in here, family. Let's go. No strings. Wednesday night. We're gonna have a good time tonight, man. We talking about y'all be out here that be chasing this love thing, that be eluding y'all for some reason that y'all are chasing. We're gonna get into all that tonight. The issues with chasing love. I don't know if it's an issue. I might be. This is the first time where I'm gonna be on the side of love tonight. God dang it.
That's crazy.
Y'all make y'all make sure y'all tap in with us, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. You dig? People listening in the audio form, wherever it is that you listen to your podcast, we definitely appreciate y'all staying down for the long haul. Got some fun stuff I got in mind. Over the next couple of weeks, getting into the summertime, man. It's sundress season out here. Where the fellas at? Sundress season out here is in full swing.
You want to see the fellas in the sundresses? That's what it came.
Hey.
What you into? Kind of kinks and shit. You said we don't shame. Look, okay.
Hey. I'm saying, my fellas is checking the sundresses out. You just looking, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody out there, man, rocking with the channel for a while. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say what's up to cousin Torian, aka I Runs Wild. What up, Torian?
What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Happy No Strings Day. It's been a great Wednesday, actually. Very productive. I have no complaints. I'm just ready to talk my ish. I've been getting chewed up on IG. I've been fighting for my life, but I'm here. I survived.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's going on? Everything good?
Yeah, I made a comment about funny enough, it's Real Housewives, Candy Burr's daughter. Because she been rocking this beautiful big hair. But I just said it's time. I said it's time to retire this big ass hair. And I've been getting chewed up for saying that. I've been called I hate black women. I'm a coon. I hate myself. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh wow. You should have tagged me in. See, I like that type of stuff. See, I'm here for all that. You should have tagged me in on that.
Torian be finding herself in a situation. This is crazy. I don't know how, but Torian be finding himself throwing balls with the internet ever so often.
For real. Yeah. And ironically enough, like the one who was like trying to go the hardest on me, who called me a coon and said I self-hate. Her profile picture, she got a 20-inch bust down with some ice blue eyes. I said, you telling me I hate myself? A nigga who rocking his natural hair in any state it comes in, like, get out of here. I had to chew her up real quick. And then she want to say, what that got to do with it? I'm like, you just called me a coon. What your blue eyes got to do with everything?
Right.
Next time, tag me in. I'm just jumping off the top rope, crashing out. I don't even know I don't even want to know what's going on. I'm just coming in there for the home team. That's all I'm doing. And then we can, if you wrong, I'll tell you wrong later on. But at the moment, we just gonna crash out.
No facts.
Yeah, we're gonna crash out. Everybody say what's up to one. Lionel in the building. Cowboy Carter, fresh off the Cowboy Carter concert.
Yes.
You look different now. You're feeling different. You look different. You got that Beyonce injection. You good? What's popping? Everything all right with you?
One by one, you hanging high. Your hands are steady and you sleep at night. That's the vibes. Now first of all, let me say shout out to Beyonce on this channel right here because she works hard as fuck. I think that show was amazing. Just when you walk in and see the whole shit that's put together, that's already a 10 off the board. Then you start the show and like the stage design and the lighting, everything was fucking. I feel like this shit goes unsaid for Beyonce, but it still should be acknowledged because I appreciate that kind of stuff in like live music. I don't think there's many artists that we got left that's like that devoted to the craft of it. So I swear I really appreciated that show. I feel like she's still elevating herself somehow. This show is a little level up from what Renaissance was for real. So it's worth a shot if like you were ever contemplating going. You probably should. We had a really good time. But so shout out to that. Shout out to great artistry, great music. Shout out to the people who went was such a vibe. Everyone I connected with was a vibe, pure vibes across the board. So shout out to good music that just like puts together a vibe with an energy like that and a night like that, you know.
That's dope.
But besides that, we're back in Houston now. We had a little good time at Fiesta too in San Antonio. Just popped our
Yes,
heads out of the
sir.
water for two
Yes, sir.
seconds. But shout out to the world, and shout out to me, and shout out to Tamira. She just turned 30.
There
So
we
she's
go.
so I got some 30-year-old pussy now.
Oh,
And I'm still 29. And so shout out to that.
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
Well, it's a first. It really is a first. So shout out
This
to
is
that.
so first is crazy.
Mhm. So so everything is pretty much gravy. Yeah.
Yeah, 30-year-old cootie cat. There you go.
Yeah, shout out. I'm still, my friends are calling me the baby on FaceTime earlier because I'm
Uh,
29, but I'll be 30 in a couple weeks, y'all. So just wait on it, and I'm finna step in that hole like I've been 30 for years.
there, there you go. There you go. Let's do this before we get into the main topic tonight. Let's get into some birds.
Okay.
Who we got for the birds? Torin, I know you sent
Let me
me.
put on my peckers for the birds.
Do we wanna do one of those for the birds, Torin? I know you sent me a couple of clips. Or we want to just
Uh,
talk about those later?
I forgot what clips I sent you.
I didn't even proof. I usually got to proofread Torian's work. I got a bird that I want to. I got a bird while you look at the clip that you send, you can decide. But let me put this. Let me do this one for a bird real quick. I'm just hating on him. This is coming. This bird is coming. He flew in from the Met Gala last night. And so I gotta make sure that I clown and just call him a bird just because it's not really no bird activity per se, but I just wanted to clown him. So here we go. There we go. We got Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm gonna put Al Sharpton up here for Bird. I just don't like his. Forget the fit. I just don't like the way his whole demeanor. I just don't like it. Let's go Al's neck.
I had no clue he was there.
Al look like. Shout out down. He just cheesy. He don't know where the hell he at.
No. They really be thinking that even that coattail pullback. He said, let me fuck him up. But that's the energy, though. But he got the right energy, though, period.
Oh no, he's excited to be. He happy to be there. So shout out to Reverend Al, man. He in there. He gonna make the anytime Al
I wonder if
posts.
that's his first met.
He was acting like it the way he was smiling. Whenever Al posts a selfie or does anything with fashion, he just automatically gets on the bird of the week.
I feel like the normal people that you see at the event, like all the normal like white people that would go all the time, like they skipped this one out for sure. They was like, this seemed like some nigga shit. And fuck y'all for that, hoes. Y'all can eat anyway.
Yeah, it was doing a lot. I think I got one more. Hold on, let me see who else we got for a bird.
Wait, I just sent you one.
Torin, I'm not taking any more requests.
No, since we on the Met, it's like a good question just to pose about the one I just sent you.
God damn, Torin, this ain't connected to my shit, so I got to pull it. All right, let me pull this up.
My bad.
Yeah, why don't you share your screen, Torin? God damn it.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, so you're doing too much. So, yeah, Torin want me to do all this work. Hold on, I got one more, y'all, for a bird. Here we go. Let me stay on IG because there was another bird I caught on IG flying around. This is just a nasty bird. I don't know where this stat came from. Did y'all catch this? This stat right here. Survey shows 1 in 5 American adults forget or choose not to wash their hands, with some deeming the practice unnecessary. I mean, listen.
I know I'll be watching people when I go to the bathroom and people do not wash their hands.
No, I seriously did. Like,
But I
And
also be
I'm like,
watching to. I try to make them feel guilty. Like, okay, someone's watching.
and I make her feel guilty.
Like, so, like, cause I'm like, okay, they'll think someone's watching me. Let me go wash my hands. But they do not give a fuck. They be like, bitch, I gotta go.
No, they really
I'm
don't.
like, I'll be jaw dropped. I'm like, no, that bitch is crazy. I couldn't even peer pressure this bitch into washing his hands.
No, and I'm like, I'm pro wash your hands in public every time. But like if I'm like going to bed, I'm sleeping, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. I might not always wash my hands. I'm gonna be honest. I might not always wash my hands. But any other occasion, I'm washing my hands. Like
Yeah.
I have
just
the
'cause.
advantage because like the toilet freaks me out. So especially even at home, if I touch the like toilet, if I flush it, anything, I have to wash my hands after. Like I'll think that I'll just be having those bathroom toilet germs everywhere. It's not even my dick for me. Clearly, like my dick is not the problem. I ain't afraid to touch them. It's just the
No,
bathroom's
that's the
dirty.
whole thing. Yeah. My dick is clean. Like I all these wash my hands.
No, it's everything in there for real. But
Yeah.
still, you don't want to be passing around in public. You don't want to be passing around dick hands either.
Jesus, dick hands is crazy. All right, let's get
But
back to the
it's
Met.
true.
We can go back to the Met.
It's
I found it.
crazy, but it's true.
I found what you had, Torian. Here we go. Let's put this up. Who is this gentleman? I'm not even familiar with his
I
game.
don't
Who
even
is
know
this?
who it is, but it was just a question that was posed.
Who is
What?
this hoe?
Yeah, the question is: are they saying anti-black? Is what they're saying?
Yeah, he's saying might be too woke if I say it's anti-black. Oh, just because of what the event was and like what it's supposed to be highlighting, and
What was
it
okay?
was
So what was the theme this year at the Met?
it was black dandyism. I don't know if that was the official title, but it was black dandyism, which is supposed to be highlighting all the black men and who crafted and paved the way for the fashion scene, such as
Mm,
the giant Andre Tolley, I think his last name is.
gotcha.
Um, and it was like, yeah, people was like in the comments arguing with him. Um, and he just pointed out good. He said, so if I came to an event that was I don't know, I ain't gonna use his exact words. I don't know. I don't remember verbatim, but like if he went to like an event at like a Bollywood type shit and he came in a daishiki, niggas would be upset because it's like you coming in with your
Oh, I
shit.
got
It's this event is supposed to be for the Bollywood shit, highlighting that, and you will come in yo traditional shit. So is it anti-black? Was this like a exhibition of that? And I'm like, I kind of think so, especially if you know what the theme was. Like
Yeah, but
he
people
could have
miss the mark
highlighted
all the
his
time.
own culture within like meeting the guy, meeting the theme.
Yeah. No, but people miss the mark all the time at the minute, regardless of what the theme is. People will miss the mark. Like they just, first of all, fashion is not just something you just do. Like you can't just put that shit on. Like it sounds and looks easy, but bitch, trust me, you put that shit on, it's not gonna look like that on you. And you got to think of a concept and like really a style. Like that's not easy to be creative for most hoes. Like so people miss the mark often with the Met Gala, but that's why I feel like a concept like this is great in terms of recognition. But I know that I'm sensitive, so that could easily make me like, you like what the fuck why did you overlook the topic? Like that could make me feel sensitive and like triggered. But
Hmm.
ultimately, like people do miss the mark at the Met all the time and like don't be on brand or like hitting the mark with the theme. So that's one thing. But ultimately, it is huge that they highlighted this because that was a thing in fashion that altered the way suits look. The way those men at that time were doing their suits and tailoring their shit to the T,
Hmm.
tailoring it from the chest breast down to like the waist, so snatched the suits just eat. And then throwing a big fat fur coat on top of that, or like a fur throw, like they were eating down, like in ways that they hadn't seen people eat. They was just really putting that shit on. So like they deserve all the recognition, and like you would imagine, like everybody's not gonna recognize that or even see the power in that or relate to it. But like, who cares? I feel like it should have been celebrated, maybe even bigger from Black people potentially. I feel like
Hmm.
that's more the thing. But like I would expect people to show up like and not hit the mark, not be concerned like, oh, it's just the Met for me. Like I really don't know what this means. I'm sure that was happening left and right. But I think for Black people, hopefully Black people know what that meant. Like really bigged up the people because we do have. That's another thing that I feel like I have broken thoughts and it's happening. Okay, so let me get a grip. But so we have that power, and it's so important for us to recognize the legacy that black men, especially, have left on fashion. You would think black men have an impact on fashion. What? Black men care about fashion? Absolutely led the way. So that's important to recognize. And then with Cowboy Carter, I think that ties in because a lot of her theme is like the American flag, and it's like a little ripped up and shit like that. And then from what I take from that is just like they will try to exile you from the history or from the like being a part or included in the country as if you're not like haven't built the shit. The whole shit ain't standing on you. And so like I feel like I love that she's like carrying that flag around the country and the world. And then I love that they're giving recognition to dandyism too at the same time. Because that fashion in the Met is huge. That's one of the biggest events in fashion of all year. And they're recognizing that black men let the foundation for how people wear suits today. Okay. Like, black men led that. And we kind of left it. Now we're not even on our suit shit these days, all the way. But it's great to recognize like that's our shit. This is totally our shit. And I feel like even us have recognizing that is more powerful than we think. Because sometimes we'll dissociate and be like, fuck America, like fuck. Whole time, this is literally our shit. Like fuck whoever thinks not. Like this is our shit for real. You know. So I do love like the energy of like this kind of coinciding together. It's not happening by mistake, and I know it's woke something up in me to be like, oh shit, I really can't hold my nuts in this bitch. I really am Texas down, American the fuck through and through, like 100% at this point. And so like at some points I might feel beside that, or like rejected from that, or like not accepted by that. But it's really fuck that. Like I could never not be that. That's totally 100% me and my ancestors in my mind. So shout out to the Met for like having that beautiful tribute. And then if people didn't recognize it or like big up it, like you would expect that, but some people did. People showed out. People spit a. And so shout out to them. Shout out to the black men of Harlem, of New York, of the East Coast, of that time that were putting that shit on in ways that the world hadn't seen before. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for tailoring. I'm gonna have a suit tailor in a couple weeks, and I appreciate y'all for putting us onto that. So yeah, cheers.
There you go. Shout out to the man. What up? Everybody say what's up to Naomi in the chat. Everybody say what's up.
What's
Hey
up,
y'all.
man? Welcome home.
Let's say.
Yeah. We out here, man.
Yes, we
I got
are.
it. I wouldn't be doing my job as the former president of her fan club if I didn't
Oh, I'm sorry.
if I didn't take the time to show off the gains from Coy Leray. Coy Leray out here showing off them pregnancy gains. Let's go, Coy. We see.
Get it from right there.
Show the little booty.
Oh wow.
You look nasty.
You look good.
That butt? Get it from right there.
They gassing it too.
They is gassing her.
That's nasty. You look nasty.
They is gassing her as they should, because she need that look, because her baby daddy trash.
Oh, he didn't win and got a real big booty girl. God damn, Trippie Redd got a girl with a lot of backside. Jesus, Trippie.
She was pregnant by Trippie Redd. I don't know if I
Mm-hmm.
realized that or if I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, her ass did get fat. Lucky her. When I got pregnant, my ass left me. Like, it took me years to start getting my ass back. I'm like, so maybe when you got ass and you get pregnant, you lose it. But if you don't have ass and you get pregnant, you get some.
Mm-hmm.
She look at it. I say you, Coy. God damn it. Don't let Glorilla mess around and get pregnant. Shit. God damn it.
I mean, she already got her little BBL.
I know she keeps saying she didn't, but are you saying that did she go get a little something? She say she did.
She did. She just got a natural. She didn't go over the top, or she didn't like even try to touch near over the top.
Yeah, she just kind of.
It's kind of like what Summer Walker had got at first, because you couldn't really tell Summer Walker had got one, but she did. But then she went and got some else and fucked it up. But
I would like her so much better if she didn't got the work done. Like just as an artist, I feel like that the BBL and the lips got in the way of the art for me.
It becomes addictive, so it's a slippery slope when you kind of like get on that table, because you might, there's other things, because when you do go to the doctor, they could point out a million things. They'll mark your body all the way up and be like, well, we could do this and this and this and this and this.
I know. And I was thinking about getting like facial balancing at this place down the street from me, but I'm like, it might be too soon to start that kind of
Facial
stuff.
what?
Right.
Balancing.
Balancing?
What is
Yeah,
that?
look into it.
Like doing like brush up? No way.
Bitch, look it up.
Right. Like, no, tell
That's
us.
crazy.
And tell the people on the kid.
I love that. Like, look that shit up. Nigga, we ain't
Now
got
that
time.
nigga's finna be looking like handsome Squidward. I'm
I
like,
know
Oh,
I will be
I'm
looking
good.
at
Right.
this.
Like, please don't. Like,
look at my
I'll be
girl
like,
Corey.
finally.
Look, she out here strutting she had a little baby shower. Strut then. Strut on them, Corey.
right. Baby shower with no baby daddy.
Tori,
Please.
Blame her.
Tori the hater.
I'm not hating. I just feel bad for her. Like, damn.
I be feeling bad too when I be seeing like no baby daddy pics with the shit. I'm like, damn.
I know.
Yeah. I mean,
But you
like,
know,
of
I'm
course, I want
always
her to
like
move
another
on.
one bites the dust every time when
That's
It's
they.
like
how
she
you feel
wanted to
it.
bite that dust though. Like she wanted to bite that dust because
No, and it's
I think
like
she wanted to, but she just handling
they
it
didn't
she
well.
know. They
wanted
didn't know
to.
the dust was like that. They didn't know they
She
was
went
gonna choke
back.
on that
She
dust.
left
They didn't
him.
know they was gonna choke on it.
She escaped and she got away. And her career popped. The way I was introduced to her is because she was Trippy Red's girlfriend at first. I was just like, oh look,
Really? I didn't even know they was
that's when
together
he
until
was
she announced they was
popping.
I
pregnant.
No,
never.
this was probably like 16, 17. And like I was like, oh wow, look at his girlfriend. She's pretty cool. And then turns out it was Quail Ray. She started like doing her thing and like I started seeing her more. And then they broke up and then her career kind of popped. But then like clearly she went back and they got pregnant and I was thinking, oh shit, I thought that ended pretty tumultuous. And like now here we are, you know.
It probably
But she
did. That's probably
wanted
why it ain't lasting.
she
Because it
wanted to
was
bite that
never.
dust. It's like you sometimes you want that, you know?
She wanted to bite that dust. So
Well, she
look,
clearly wanted trouble if she went back there.
I mean, we talking about it tonight. It was potentially maybe this is a case of her chasing love. Maybe like you said, she was with him before, and then she thought, you know what, he is the one, or maybe she just wanted to have a baby by him. That's the thing too that I hear from a lot of women. I want to have a baby with him. Like,
Y'all know my Keisha Cole song, when you can't help who you love. That song be sweeping hoes. Like, damn.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, damn, I just be
No,
watching
because it
like
definitely is an energy where women would just want to have a baby by a nigga. And like maybe that's like the evolutionary, like the animal primal nature of it. Cause I was thinking about like a nigga that I was dealing with for some time. And like I would have had that been my baby daddy. And thank God he is not. Like thank God. And that already just shows something like, damn, why would you only want a nigga to be your baby daddy? And not your husband, right? Or like, why would you want to be taking that step and not that shit? So it's
yeah,
just,
Some people
I've
just
done
don't feel
I've
what
done all
God
the preaching I
forgets.
can do. Like I be praying for the babies. That's the most I can do. I'm like because people
And
gonna
speaking
keep.
of babies, Roy, you gotta post our girl Rihanna.
oh yeah, the Met. Did we even know she
Yeah.
was pregnant? Did we?
No, that was her. Well,
She's
I mean,
pregnant again.
I knew she was pregnant, but the world didn't
Yeah,
know.
Riri.
She
That
had been
hun.
caught out. The typical celeb when they pregnant goes to,
Oh, they
like
don't let nobody
the
like
big the
they
big
ain't knowing.
sweaters when they out in public. They got the big sweaters. They always kind of covering up the belly. It was she was giving that, so it was already like, and she gained her little extra weight. So it's like, and then yeah, she popped out at the Met with her baby bump.
that's good though. I love that for them.
And I love it. Like, I mean, and of course, I love that, like, we are getting, like, realness from, like, some celebrities and some women,
There you go. 2022, 2023,
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah, and
See,
that's gonna be my ass. When I do get having my babies, like they going back to back to back. Back to back to back. I'm like, ain't no telling. I might keep going. I was telling my mama, I was like, I fuck around and have 10 kids like the old days. And I was like, got my husband with me. I'm like, I'm finna have my farm. I'm gonna pop out 10.
and then here she go with her and ASAP. There you go.
Yeah, shout out to ASAP Rocky. He killed his love.
Yeah.
I think he did good, but he could have went better.
I can't feel like he killed his love. It was a 10 for me. And I'm really gonna try to pull out those braids for this wedding I'm going to.
I mean, if you look at the accessories and but like the fit itself was like, we expect more from Rocky. Like, if you put him up to I'll say Keith Powers.
Keep sweating.
Keith Powers 8. That was
Yeah,
my favorite
but the
male
thing
look.
is, this was a complete look. Like it was all there. Some people would rely on like a bigger outfit because then the details aren't there. But I feel like head to toe, this was like clean 10. Like it's nothing. Like it could have been bigger and more, but then it would have been a little extra probably. I feel like everything was right. Like the marks were hit. Like everything's there pretty much. Like it's a really fly guy, and the energy is like not doing too much, but extremely like still shutting the room down. Like he walked in that bitch, everybody was pretty much like, "ASAP, look over here, ASAP, ASAP, shot, over here." It's like the energy's totally like and then you have we haven't even gotten to who the fuck his bitch is right beside him. That's crazy. Like that's a complete look. I do feel like for the
And he was
men, a
also
lot of
a
a lot of the
chair. He was
mixed
a
looks.
chairperson of it too. That's why I expected more. Like when
Yeah,
you like the chair, because it was him, um, Domingo Coleman or Coleman Domingo, whatever his name is, Pharrell and Lewis Hamilton, and maybe one more person who was like the chairs. And it was the first time it's only been like a group of black men and
yeah.
who were like the chairs of the event, of the theme for this year.
Shout
So
out to Pharrell.
that was big ups to him on that part too, like to be acknowledged in that way.
The
Oh
homie
no, the
ASAP
Pharrell.
Rocky,
fashion
my
world
birthday
they
twin.
respect him
That's my
so
birthday
much.
twin.
So
The
yeah, I
homie.
mean, big
The
ups to
homie
ASAP.
Pharrell, he got the damn what he do with the grill? He made his grill out of his Invisalign, he said.
Was I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said it was
See,
his
that was
yeah,
I
he said
seen
this shit
some
was
people
his
complain about
Invisalign.
not enough grills, but then I seen like a video like all these people with grills. I'm like, they said
Yeah,
it
he
was.
said that. It was like, oh, you got some new. And he was like, nah, this is actually just like my Invisalign. I just put gold on it. I was like, oh
Oh,
shit.
that's money. Like that's like shit. No, that's a flex. Like okay, damn, Tommy broke. Like my Invisalign just plastic.
Well, he's the creative chair of Louis Vuitton. That bitch is filthy rich.
Nigga
Aside from being like a
George
part of
said, mine
like
is
hip hop history, he's like a hip hop legend too.
Right, he's a
Like a
big ass
mega producer.
producer.
That bitch is probably richer than we can even process at this point.
yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go, man. Let's talk about it tonight, man. We got a couple other videos we'll probably get to here in a little bit because I got to show one where this woman embarrassed. I don't know if it was her son or her daughter, one of them on prom. She totally embarrassed them. Black folk, we be doing okay. We'll get to that. But yeah, man, this whole chasing love thing.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about everybody having all these people having babies. It feels like right now in like Hollywood or maybe just in like black celebrity, it's a lot of like babies happening. Everybody, it seems like everybody having a damn baby. Everybody having kids. Sierra, she can't stop it.
But these are the people who you expect too. Like I'm. That's what I was gonna say. I'm happy to see like the realness of like the celebrity women who's like just having kids. Like Sierra and Rihanna, like you could tell they always wanted a big family, and it's like they not gonna like not have that just because of their celebrity status.
Shit,
Yeah,
especially if you have the money to
Right, like you
that.
have the money to do
Why
that
not?
to have kids.
yeah,
Because
y'all
Sierra
might as
even talking
well.
about like having another one. Like she was on Sherry Shepherd's show, and she was talking about her interaction with Rihanna. Because I don't know if y'all know, if y'all was on Twitter in what
I saw that.
09,
I'm about to say,
no,
yeah,
they had a little beef, and to see them now like embracing each other, they all took a picture. Her ASAP, two couple shit. But
Russell
she was
Wilson.
talking on,
Say
yeah,
his
she was
name.
talking about the
Say his
show.
name. Russell Wilson. God damn it.
Look, I was gonna say Russell Westbrook.
Russell Wilson. Say his
Russell
damn name.
Wilson, Sierra Wilson, Rihanna, and ASAP. They
Rihanna
all
ASAP.
together.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Rihanna Rocky.
But
Go
she
ahead.
talked about how like Rihanna was saying like she still wanted more kids after this one. Like, and she like, yeah, we was talking about, I forgot what she said, like Theta Cinco or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling Rihanna, like, yeah, I can't wait to have my Cinco. And she like, well, first focus on Tress. Like, and then like you catch up with me because I'm on Cinco. You know, I'm finna try to pop out Cinco. But so I just love that like these are the people who can afford to have like the big families.
But the only reason I
So
bring
don't push them out.
don't Jesus. The only reason I bring them up though, is because whether it's right or wrong, I'm not here to judge that. I'm not here to debate that right now. But a lot of times that pushes regular culture, right? Like and so at least what we're seeing is, for the most part, at least with those who you spoke about, are couples that are together that are married. Well, I don't know. That judge let us know that Rihanna and ASAP wasn't married because that nigga said, "Hey, what we calling her? God damn it, that ain't the." But they're together. These are couples. You know what I'm saying? That are very together. That are having babies. At least they're showing that side of it. Because I think a lot of times, you know, like Naomi said, the babies, praying for the babies. These young women and men, is that we see them like going into these things and like thinking they want something because of what they've been seeing trending, and it's just like for the moment, and it's fleeting, and it's like at least we're seeing, you know, even with the Carters, you know what I'm saying, J and B, we're seeing for the first time I think really in a long time in Black Hollywood, we're seeing like actual couples like be together for a long time that are like prominent. There's always been couples. Sometimes you didn't even know. You're like, oh shit, Angela Bassett been married this whole time. Like, oh okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but like we're seeing very, very prominent, which I think is positive for the culture. But at the same time, too, I'm seeing a lot of young people that are like, oh, I got somebody, he loves me, I love him, let's have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And it is like, no, let's slow down. So you got a lot of time, let's slow down. And I don't know if that's them chasing love or just chasing a trend. That's what I would consider it. Just more of just like a trend that they're doing.
I feel like they're chasing a nut more than chasing anything else. I think they like, even if they are in love, I feel like it's kind of just, you know, it comes with the territory of when you are having sex with somebody for a while that a baby pops up. And so like, yeah, so I think it's just not, and I hope people aren't just like in regular relationships and thinking like, we should have a baby. I don't think they are. I feel like most babies are accidents, you know, on those levels. And if you are really planning a baby and not being married, I think that's interesting. That would be an interesting route to take.
Yeah, I think they're looking for these. I go with the bullshit. I think they want an accessory. You know, it's a cool accessory to have for the holidays coming up. Shit, yeah, go get you a baby. You can get you a couple extra presents. But
I'm like, you know who is thinking like that?
I'm telling you,
I don't know. I'm like
crazy out here.
Roy friends. That's
nah.
I'm like, I don't know if that's the 30-year-olds, and I don't know if that's like
man. No, I'm talking about young folks. These young folks out here is
how young?
Oh, I'm talking in their 20s, early 20s. These YNs. You know who I'm talking about? These goddamn YNs.
YNs are just fucking. They're not out here having conversations with women like, "Hey, I love you. Let's have a baby."
No. I'm not saying. No, I'm saying the women are that. No, I'm saying the women are saying they're the ones that want to have a baby with these little balls. Yeah, they want to have a baby with these little balls.
You know, I've always stood by that. When men have baby fever, that's when you really get pregnant. Like, I think women can have baby fever, and it could kind of not bear any fruit, but let a man really have like some baby fever. That's why like men groups, they'll all get pregnant around the same time. Like,
that's crazy work. I've never had that conversation with any of my homeboys. Thank Jesus.
It's not a conversation you have. It's like you're seeing your homeboy happy and having a baby. And I think just like niggas get reckless. They like, well, shit, you know what? I could probably handle a baby too.
A bunch of my homeboys had babies in their
Y'all don't have kids apart. I mean, near each other.
They had babies at
He got to make up a live real quick, guys. He'll be right back.
Check.
Yes.
We ain't never lost. Yeah, we never lost anything.
I wasn't getting no damn readout on my shit over here. I don't know what's wrong with my stuff. Okay.
Yeah, right. You just getting your lie ready. What's up?
No, as long as y'all can hear me, I guess I'm good. I was just trying to make sure.
Buy yourself some time.
Hold on. Okay, no. I was saying like they were having babies at different stages in their 20s, and I never for a second thought to myself, no, you know what? No, because them niggas was going through hell. I was like, no, sir, that's not for me. Niggas was paying child support and going to court and getting police called. Oh no, this sounds terrible.
Right.
Yeah, this is not for me. But I think out of my whole friend group, I probably would be the one if they said, hey, out of everybody, who was the one that you think was chasing love? I think they would say me, which probably would surprise y'all. Because I was, I think they would. And it wasn't like, I don't think I was ever chasing it. I was just the one that like, when I was in a relationship, I'm in a relationship, and it's like I'm the type of person like I have no problem with drawing lines, right? Meaning that like if I'm in a relationship and me and my homeboys hanging, I can still go hang out, kick it, do everything. Once the bullshit starts, all right, dog, I'm finna go ahead and head out. You know what I'm saying? Like some people can't do that. They're like, oh, this nigga here, yo, nigga, you love that girl. No, nigga, I'm just, I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to be single, nigga, I just won't be in a relationship and I'll stay here and get into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, they used to always hit me with the lover boy shit, but it was just, I always been that type of person in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If it's some foolishness going on, I'm gonna stay right up until the Diddy party start. I'm gonna be there. Right in.
You one of those.
Yeah.
We're not believing you, Your Honor. Like I left before anything. I never saw nothing. I left early. I never
right when I
I
started
got wife and kids at home. I had to get two. Like
right when I started seeing some foolishness, right when I started seeing the naked midgets come out, I was like, all right, y'all, all right.
And I'm like, I was there, but you gotta talk to me in song. Like, what song was on when this was happening? And I'll take it. Like, what song was playing? I'll let you know what the fuck was going on. I can remember it by song.
No,
But okay.
Your ass probably literally
that would be crazy.
like,
I know.
When I started playing Pretty Ricky, what was happening?
Meanwhile, upstairs shit is getting wild as fuck.
Right. And I'm like, I remember I was hitting this one move and I kept hearing. I'm like, oh, that's probably what I was hearing. Okay.
Nah, because
Like, can I go now?
So what do y'all consider like chasing love? Like, what do y'all consider? Is it somebody that's like every time they meet somebody, this is the one, or is it just like, I know y'all had some friends or somebody that y'all was like, God damn, you in love again? You know what I'm saying?
Me? No, it's like that TikTok sound of New York when she talking to her mom. She's like, I know you want to hear this, but I'm in love. And her mom was like, again? Like, does he love you? And she's like, no, but
that's crazy.
Did he tell you he loved you? And she's like, no, but I still love him. It's just, I mean, I'm not like that. Well, I'm not. I've been working on myself. I've been learning. But I do see like, and I do have some like friends who I do feel like they chase love. And it's like it's nothing wrong with it until like you start doing it at the expense of yourself. And you start just tolerating stuff that you never would tolerate, and then it's like, then you say like, oh, it's just because like I love him and I like grown to like realize like, oh, I can handle this. But I'm like, can you? Like, do you really want to? Or is that the love that's just speaking? That early dumb love that you fall into. Or it's like some people like
that love. Is that love?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, love is so on a spectrum, I feel like, and it's just
isn't that a show?
That is a show, actually. It's just it's hard to tell because some people truly do love a person, but it is just like so blinded, or it's just like coming from a place of like whether you're chasing love because like you have daddy issues.
The like love is blinded. The love can be blinded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yeah, it's coming from a blind space of like it's making up for something. Like you have daddy issues, you have mama issues, like you just always felt alone, and now like you find somebody who is giving you attention and like, okay, like is this love? And then you start like chasing it, and like this nigga or woman is like treating you horribly, but you not seeing the signs because like you're so fixated on like the good times or the good moments, or like you just had the opportunity for this, and it's like, okay, I just gotta hold on to it, like, and you just start adapting to like maybe this is love, like, so you still chasing this person because you just telling yourself like, oh, this is a part of love, like everything is not going to be perfect and blase whatever you tell yourself.
Yeah,
but
because a lot of people, like I found that like a lot of people, everybody's, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are still trying to define love. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know at what age you figure it out, because what I found out as I became an adult is that not everybody had the childhood that I had. I think I had a really cool childhood. You know what I'm saying? Had both my parents. We did family vacations twice a year. You know what I'm saying? I got a car when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? Like shit was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
They had an American life.
Like, yeah, shit was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really have much that I ever really wanted for. I didn't grow up like rich, but I didn't never.
Well, that's funny. You have one sister, right? So it was
Yeah.
like four of y'all. Y'all have like the four, like the typical American.
You know what I'm saying? We had a
one
goddamn
boy,
dog.
one girl.
Yeah, one boy, one girl. We had a goddamn dog. We had fish, birds and shit in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like we lived in a cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying?
You lost me at dog.
That dog. That's crazy.
Yeah, like shit. So like, but like what I found is that like, oh, like these people, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm meeting women that I'm dealing with, and it's like, oh shit, I'm talking to them about different stuff, and like I'm like, oh, they don't. Yeah, that's not, I don't see that as love, what they're referring to, but to them, like you're saying, Torian, to somebody else, they're taking that in as love. And I'm looking at like, no, I think you're being used.
Right. No, yeah.
But they're saying that like, oh no, he's showing me, he or her is showing me love right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I think
but you don't know what else he does for me. Like, girl,
right.
This is a big thing I'm seeing, and I don't
if he's doing this, it doesn't matter.
Right? No, fact. Like what?
See, but I think, like the way Torian was defining it, like when I was thinking about chasing love, I wasn't seeing it as like, so the way I perceive someone chasing love, I don't even really see them like settling in a relationship, because I feel like, you could be in a relationship and you can and do that thing. But I feel like some people, I see someone chasing something as like maybe they're forcing it, or they're putting it in a place where it's like kind of unattainable. Like they could covet it in such a way, however they may think about love. And I would be speaking about like a healthy love. I would assume somebody is chasing, but they could just like be very thirsty for it. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that show, like Being Mary Jane. And I guess she would be in her relationships.
Gabrielle Union, right?
Feel like, Gabrielle Union. Like she was just like, she just wanted this relationship. Like she just needed to like be with the person. Like she just like didn't feel complete without it. And so that's kind of the energy I see as chasing love. And I guess you could like see that frame in a relationship where it's like you're just staying in something because you want to have somebody, or you want to be able to say like, we're in love and we're happy and like we're a couple. I have a person and I'm doing that thing. So I guess I can still be a part of it. But
and especially just because you actually hit on what I wanted to hit on about, like a lot of people who do also chase love come from like happily married family where they had like their mom and dad. They seen love, so they want to like recreate that, and they want to like live up to that legacy. Like, oh, my parents were together for 30 years, like I have to like find my person and get married. And I feel like that's kind of what Mary Jane was doing in the show. Like she came from a loving household and her parents were together, so it's like you feel like you have to like follow suit from some of the pressures of your family. So that might also be an issue with like you chasing love, just because like how Mary Jane was. It was like she did want that genie for herself, but like did she really want it for herself, or just to like also follow suit with her parents and be another example for her family? Like, oh yeah, we just always have our shit. That's what I sometimes felt about myself. Like I had to like kind of realize that I was kind of like so infatuated with all like the things of being in a partnership, but now I really didn't think about like what all it takes to be in a partnership. I was just thinking about like, oh, I can't wait. Like we gonna take naps together. Like we just gonna be talking and we gonna be walking, holding hands. Like, but I'm like, but then like, what else? Like when shit go down, like, do I want to deal with that? Or I know like when shit go down, like I'm kind of like a runner. I like go away. Or sometimes I am confrontational. Then it like goes bad, and just this and that. And I'm like, okay, I gotta stop doing that shit.
He's a
Like,
runner. He's a track star.
because I'm chasing for the wrong thing. Like, and I guess it goes down to like when they say like you just gotta let like love find you. You can't go out looking for it. So that's kind of what I was doing. I was like chasing the idea, and I was finding myself like settling in some sense. Like, okay, like I'm seeing all these red flags, but like nobody's giving me no attention. He's giving me attention. So like, let me just see what happens. And it's like, no, you can't be doing that.
How about this though? Because we're saying the word chasing, and I've known people, women specifically, who have told me that the word that they use is that I'm not. They would always say, "Well, I'm not going out there looking to fall in love. I'm not looking for nobody. I'm just preparing myself, right? So I'm getting myself together, right? Like is it a fine line between like saying, hey, like I'm getting X amount. Here's where I am in my life. I think the one thing I don't have is a mate. So what I'm going to do is prepare myself. I'm going to therapy to deal with some other stuff. I'm getting this together over here. Is that a form of chasing, or are you just trying to prepare yourself?
I wouldn't say that's chasing, and I feel like that would be the better thing, because I feel like when you're chasing, it's like you're kind of putting all your energy into like this external thing. And so I feel like, in the way of preparing, like when you're really just like sitting with yourself where you are and like working on your things and caring for yourself and truly like just loving yourself. Because I think the issue with chasing love is that like, you should be embodying love. It's kind of like me. It's like, because when you are love, then of course, like you're attracting it, right? Like then they're able to resonate with you on that level, as opposed to like you recognizing love as something outside of yourself. So I think it is something that would need to be cultivated. So I feel like somebody taking that direction would be better off than somebody saying like, I'm just going to be looking and chasing and like finding, like I'm going to go look for it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that moment.
That's the better way. Cause that's why I feel
yeah.
like I'm at right now. Is like I'm healing myself. I'm working on myself. Like I post on IG in my story. Like I love like me some like love songs. I'm a big R&B head. Like I love songs and sad songs or the sad boy music. But it ain't because I'm like thinking about nobody. I'm not hurting over nobody. I'm not thinking about nobody. I just like being in my feelings, and I just am working on myself so that way I am the best version of me whenever I do meet somebody. And I hope and I'm praying that like I am finding a healed person as well. Like especially because
And
we
that's why
growing
you have
up.
to be patient. And that's what it like comes down to. Because you can like definitely get impatient and be like, I'm just gonna, choose this person that's right here in front of me. They don't really hit all the marks, but there's nobody else around. But it's like, I would rather wait for a person who is like actually aligned and actually able to meet me where I am and actually able to give me all the things I deserve, instead of like trying to lock something down in this moment because I feel like this is my only moment, right? Like which isn't true. So that's why there will have to be work to do there. And that's probably like when you are chasing love, you could get into situations that
you hit him with the Mama D. Ain't that a Mama D song? I deserve.
Yeah, it is. That is funny.
Found a mother's kind.
But Lana, was you gonna say something? I feel like we both saying something at the same time.
Maybe I don't remember the point. If I don't know if I was agreeing. I feel like I've just been agreeing with everything so far.
Disagree with that shit.
I mean, I pretty much agree.
I like that LT.
Yes,
Radiate love and watch it align. Yeah.
Yeah, I really
no,
don't
that's what I've been
chase
kind of
nothing.
seeing
Chasing,
too.
chasing is like chasing. I do gotta say, like we were at the park today, and we ran into some of his classmates at the park, of course, and they wanted to play tag. Like, you want to play tag with us and my big brothers? And I'm like, I was like, I didn't want to come to the park. Like, I just wanted to get off of work and smoke my weed and have dinner. I'm like, okay, now I'm at the park now, and like not only am I here, but I gotta play tag. So nonetheless, I did it and I had a good time. But That's the only time like I'm really about to chase some shit. That's what I was saying.
That's funny,
I was
Lila.
like,
You was
what was I
crazy.
wrong with this? And I'm like, that's like the only gonna chase them. But you know what? That's a lie because at the end of the day, I spend the majority of my time chasing my dreams. Trust me. Whether that's a dream I had last night or a dream I had when I was 6, and it's like, like I remember this dream when I was 6, and like, I was getting off this plane. I don't know what city that was. I got to figure out what fucking city. It's like chasing dreams for real. But then before you know it, that's such a vibe that you'll need a stick like me to be fighting them off you. You'll be able to fight them the fuck back because the vibes are so good. Like it's just like the pick up litter on your body. It's like I'm not even looking for love, and like there's so many all these options just popped up in your face. Like back the fuck up. And so then that ends up being my reality versus like even having the idea or thinking like for 2 seconds that like love is to be chased. I think love is so damn powerful. And I keep thinking I've thought of 100 lyrics in this entire conversation since we've been talking. Oh my god. And so yeah, but love is so powerful. And so I don't even think that that's something that we could like chase, choose, or decide. Like love is gonna choose you. Like it's looking at your energy the whole time. It's like, who the fuck are you, bitch? I don't fuck with you. It's like I don't want no part to that energy. Actually, it's like we don't coincide. It's like I can't stay there. It's like trying to have darkness in a room with the light on. The darkness is like, bitch,
Mm.
I can't be in here, bitch. Like it's light. It's like, what do you want me to do? It's like, where do you want me to go here? So that's like love trying to exist in you, bitch, whole time. You're the darkness, bitch. It's like love is like I'm only coming when there's space for light. Like there's no space for me in there, bitch.
Boom.
He's like,
Yes.
that's infinite, deep. That's dark matter in there, bitch. She's like, even the light I bring ain't gonna be able to wake it up in there for you. So it's like you have to wake it up. You gotta find the light for yourself, let it out, open it up, let the light shine, bitch. Let it ring. And before you know it, love is like, oh shit, you, I recognize, I like the way you exist. I like your frequency over here. It's like, let me collab with you for a minute. And before you know it, there's gonna be people falling out of the sky just saying, oh, I love the way you do this. Oh, your aura, the way you do this is so attractive. And I think this is so cool for you. And then that's how you spark interest and love, and you can grow it from there. But it's not a thing to be chased. You don't run around this bitch because that's desperate and that looks crazy and that's actually repellent. Like that's an energy that's like, it's like for real, relax and just be, just relax and be. Look at the birds,
Right.
bitch. You don't see no birds going crazy. They do their big ones. Like you'll see peacocks do their big ones, but they'll put their shit up. But that's a different arena. Like they're not chasing shit in that arena. They doing their big one. They putting that shit on right now. So it's like don't mind them when they like birds and animals. Sometimes they'll flex, but that's not even in the name of chasing. That's just a part of the game. There's nothing wrong with like brushing your hair real nice and putting that shit on for a night so you can choose the right man. Like that's the only thing that's chasing. That's still taking care of yourself, looking good. So there's all fun and fair in game. Like there's all fair in love, but it's also like don't find yourself chasing shit. Don't find yourself looking to your left and to your right and saying, "Oh, that looks great. I would love to have that." And let me just see what I can. Because then the whole time, like, what are you actually attracting? There's scammers out here, and there's people that like energy vamps of all type. Like, I gotta deal with energy vamps of like all types too, not even just love. But I'm sure there's the kind of like, oh, you looking for love, and like those are the ones that come in your life and they very destructive. So like, be careful what the fuck you ask for, because you might find some bullshit lust, or you might find a scammer, you might find who knows. Like,
Not a scammer.
seriously, we've been hearing about the homosexuals. So it's like you really gotta be
Whew.
considering all that shit, not just considering like trying to like it's my heart and I want it now. Like no, bitch, you need to put that heart in that ice box like a Mariana and let that heart sit on ice. Yes, let that heart
No.
sit there with that freezer for a little bit, and then before you know, it, somebody gonna come,
But
somebody
but
gonna open that freezer up, and they gonna look and say, "Oh,
but
let me thaw
lie.
this out." They gonna thaw it out for you, and they
But
gonna
lie. Let
flip it.
me play the other side of the coin though. How about the people that say it's better to have, what's the Shakespeare shit? Better to have loved and lost than to never loved at all.
Well, then
Yeah.
if you force it, that's Delu.
No, I'm
Yeah.
like, but that's not love. The love that is happening, like,
Is it? I don't
cause
know.
we're
I don't know
saying,
what love
because I
is.
mean, if it was true, valuable love, but he was talking about like a scammer or like somebody who's just like,
Yeah,
like take
you
advantage of you.
you
That's not
found
love. You attract.
yeah, but I'm saying you found out it was a scam later, but during the but leading up to that, you were really loving the situation. Now you found out it was some bullshit
Like
later,
maybe you never knew no better, and so
but
like,
But I'm saying though, some people would say,
and so it could be better to have love because they were able to get that lesson. Like, oh, okay, so
I'm just saying,
that's not the way it goes.
Like that feeling,
The delusion.
That's delusion because it's not love. Is not. I don't think love is a
whatever you
feeling.
gonna call it. What I'm
It's
saying,
not a
like
feeling.
the dopamine that's released in you. Let's put it that
That's
way.
what the business is feeling because somebody's
Yeah.
here. Because
Yes.
somebody in my face right now. Like
Yes.
that's not it though. The love is like,
I've
and I'll
been
be
there.
saying, and I've realized, and even in my relationship, I've said, because we've gone through stages of like, what is love? And it's not a matter of saying that, like, I love you, trust me, like, I love you, like, trust me, like, trust me, I love you, trust me. Like, please, that shit does not work. That shit is not real. So it's like, love is such an action, it's such a decision, it's such like, bitch, let me see. It's like, let me feel. Like, let me like it's hard to put into the English, but it's more of a matter of like being. It's a way of being that kind of influences you. It's like a spirit. Love is probably more like a spirit than anything to where like you have the spirit of love. You'll go out of your way. And shout out to Tori for saying that because that it was such a bar when you said it was blind because that's what it made me think of. In these dark times, I'm so glad that this love is blinding. And that's because that's such a bar to me. Every time I hear it, I'm like, that's such a
All
bar.
I see is the best of you. All you
Right.
see
It's
is the
such a
best of
bar.
you.
Yes. And that's the beauty in love because we are still humans at the end of the day. And like we are still raw and ugly and unfinished and like unpolished in parts. But like love is bigger than that. Like love is really bigger than all of that shit to be able to like still like doom doom to feel like this about somebody but you know them for real. Like you like know like bitch that part of you gets on my fucking nerves sometimes. We're like, wow, I really would love if you did this like this, but you do that like that. I'm like, that's cool, you know? So like that's the part. And it's not really a feeling, it's so much more of like an energy, you know? So there's not it wouldn't be worth chasing a feeling. It wouldn't be and sometimes love hurts and sometimes it's like fuck. Like I wouldn't even want to feel this way towards you. Like, but I feel right. Like, this is where I'm at right now. But then like the love comes and like lifts you up, like you guys can talk through it. So like
No, yeah.
that's it's worth so much more than trying to force. Cause like if you force it, then I don't know you don't know what you'll end up like facing. And it won't, if it's not love, that's the part. It won't be blinding enough to make it worth it. Cause you'll go through some shit in love anyway. But like
But
Beyonce
don't
said, it's
you have
But
blinding
it'll
to?
be
enough to
worth
where
it.
yeah, it'll be so
Yeah,
worth it. But if you
that's
don't
what's
love
such
that
a
bitch, you're
part.
gonna be just getting jaded. You're gonna start to hate life and hate people. You're gonna be like, ugh.
But you
Cause
gotta.
there's no love to carry y'all through that.
But I think everything you're speaking about, I don't disagree with it. But I just think that like you learn that as you go through all this. Like I think that you think this is love here, and then as you grow, you learn, oh, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than that. But I think that like you have to go. You got to go through that in order to figure that out.
Hopefully
I don't
not.
know if you just. I don't know if you just get that right away the first time.
I'm
Mhm.
I
like,
mean,
but
I
I
guess it
think it's
depends on where
different
you
with
come from,
me.
if you come healed or not. Because if
I
you're
don't even
young, like
think
of
you
course you're
have
gonna go through some
to
shit.
Everybody ain't
healed to
healed.
No,
experience
most
love.
people aren't
You
healed.
don't
Most
have
people
to
aren't.
be healed to experience love.
Most
So
No,
people
I feel
aren't healed.
like
everybody is damaged. Who sing the song "Damage"? Who was that? Who that
That's
song?
Danny
Dang, you
Kane.
ain't gotta tell
Oh
me.
well,
I
they
just
are
told
they are
y'all that
damaged. Shout
Danny
out to
Kane
Diddy.
and this other dude.
oh my god.
I just was telling y'all about Danny Kane. They
But
let me
I mean,
say
if
Danny Kane.
I feel like if you
Stadium
the love that
music.
he was like, where I feel like Roy was talking about, like he's like you learn. Like I feel like when you get that high in love, that comes from you like kind of being more healed or more. I guess not healed. I guess more experienced.
Well, take somebody like this. Look, hold on, not to cut your wisdom, but I'm gonna cut your wisdom.
No,
Take
fuck
somebody
that.
like
I ain't done. No, just kidding.
take somebody like Tina Knowles, right? Here's a
Shout out to
woman.
Tina Knowles for real.
Here's a woman who was married for however long she was married to for Matthew for a long time, right? Then got married again in her 50s or 60s. She was married for like 10 more years to.
I couldn't believe how long that actually was. A
They were
second
married for
marriage.
10 years to was
Yeah.
it Richard Lawson, I think his name was,
Yeah.
right? Married for 10 years to him. Now she's saying that she just now at her age is gotten to the stage to where she knows how she wants, how she deserves, her words, how she deserves to be treated and loved in a relationship, right? So here's somebody who has to keep she's in her damn in her 70s now, and she's just now feels like she's at the point to where she's figured it out to where how she needs to be treated and loved.
Mhm.
But she's been in two marriages that both lasted. Well, the last one was over a decade. The one before, I think, was like 20 years. She was married to Matthew.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just
And they were saying, I didn't get to watch the clip that they was talking about. They were saying like she was kind of maybe hinting at like maybe her and Matthew might like are talking or something, or maybe they was still like fucking
I don't
like
think so.
currently.
Because no, I feel like she's making it clear that like they have each other's back. Like she like he even at the LA show or was here. He popped out of her like event, the book thing. But I
Yeah,
think
but
it was a matter of just like they're like still locked in as like we're locked in. Like I support you and you got my back. But he's married. Like he's totally
is he
married.
married?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
married out here in Houston, just living another life with
yeah.
like
you
different
sure he
kids
married?
too.
I know he had
Yeah,
that other baby with
he's
that other lady.
100% married. Yeah, he's married.
Yeah. And I feel like a relationship not working out doesn't equate to like it not have been love or like for it to
Yeah,
not still be love.
But I'm just
Because
saying, she said that she now knows how she needs to
I
like.
mean, of course, because yeah, that does come with the experience. And like, I don't think that it could be, you could be in a relationship with somebody and like really love them and still have some things that you
Like it
learn
just
in the
wasn't meant to
relationship
be.
and know, like, okay, well, this wasn't it long term, right? This isn't what, like,
But you don't hate them. Or there's no
yeah, but
beef.
it's like, but it wasn't never like, but I never loved them, right? And sometimes it
yeah.
is. Like, I feel like there's relationships where it was like, hey, I was really just with this person because damn, I really never got over my ex. Like, I really love my ex, but I came up into this relationship to just kind of be with somebody and to kind
Yeah.
of just, hey, and it was never really that. And you could have faked it, y'all could have had a good time, and it could still have not really been that.
Let me say this to Roy's point, because I think in Tina Knowles' situation, and I feel like there's maybe that's the other side of the spectrum. Is because then you could the people that chase love, because I don't relate to that, but I kind of feel like I'm on the other side where it's like I have to really find this space to be able to like create my space in love though, like not just be like swept by it and like be able to stand up in it too. Like that's a real thing. And I was on the other side because otherwise you could just be swept in love, especially coming from that time. I'm assuming and being a woman.
I
So
was
like
thinking about that.
finding yourself in love is still a thing. Like that's a whole nother conversation. It's like being able to say, okay, where do I draw the line between here's what my partner needs and desires, and where it's just like I'm compromising myself now. Like this isn't really true to who I am, or this don't feel natural for me. And like that's a fine line when you care about a person because it's like shit. I want to make sure you're good and make you feel good, but then at the same time, like this, I'm going out of my own comfort zone a little too often in the name of making that happen. So I feel like that's a real fucking space. And so that's not in the name of chasing or anything like that, but you just sometimes you gotta stand up. Because like I said, love will hit you and that's just big enough to knock you down. You might just be so moved by this person or the energy that you lose yourself a little bit. And then you have to find back, okay, let me find the true essence. Let me get more aligned to who I am and still be able to manage this energy, which is love.
Yeah.
Versus managing from a space where somebody else could be as a woman, just imagine, sure, a lot of them can take the role of saying, "Let me make sure my man's good," and like putting themselves on the back burner. So it would be, I
And
feel like,
taught to do that. And
right. I feel
very
like
much
it would be
so.
so common for a woman to have to say, "Okay, let me find like the real essence of me again," versus just how I
And
feel like
throw
this
on being
person.
a mother with that, like, because
Yeah,
becoming a mother is definitely something that takes you like women have to relearn themselves after
yeah,
becoming a mother. You literally, because you can create a whole person and your life can kind of become so entangled,
yeah,
enmeshed, like, you know, all covered, especially like because you're sharing your body.
yeah.
You're breastfeeding, you're still sharing your body even after you give birth, right? So I feel like even adding that to the love aspect, speaking just for Tino knows, and definitely the times of what it is, where it was like, women were just taught, oh, well, you're just going to have to put up with some things. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you're going to have to do it for the sake of the children. You're going to
And
have
that's
to
what
do
she says in her
it.
book. She was saying like just growing up the way she like, and it's interesting because people now say that she be looking evil, and in her book she says when she was younger, like teachers, nuns, her classmates would say, "Oh, you so mean," and like mean spirited, and she was just like, "What the hell?" Like now people really say like she look evil. Like that's
Yeah.
the same story that she's been hearing. But like, you know, in that she was saying like even having a man at one point, a husband that was successful, she thought like, how the fuck did I even land here? Like, how did I find a husband, let alone one that's actually successful and doing well for herself and can take care of me? So she just felt like I'm happy to be here at some point, you know. So ironically, I just started reading her book like this past weekend, but it's really good.
Oh, really? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was convinced, and like I told you, I ran the random people on the rooftop bar. They were
Yeah.
going to the concert and then going to the book reading event because Tina Knowles was there too. And so I'm like,
Mm.
I want to tap into that book. I've seen some pretty good interviews, but it's a really good book, honestly.
And I've been fucking with autobiographies lately. Right now I'm reading my great uncle Bobby Rush. He's a blues musician. I'm reading his
That is so
bi-
dope.
autobiography, just because of Sinners. Like it's really like been showing up because I feel like the stories have like coincide so much. And I feel like we need so many more Black autobiographies. Like that's what I need. Like so I'm actually gonna be doing a deep dive as far back as I can go. Like because I'm trying to get the real history. I'm like not the shit that has been like, shown and projected to us about Black stories over the years. I'm trying to see
Hmm.
straight from the horse's mouth, so to
And
say.
it's really there. Look and you shall find. The people
Yeah,
are talking,
facts.
and the
I
people
know.
have been talking.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm hoping to find
The
some stuff too.
people are talking.
But I did want to, cause it's before I lose my mind again. When
Jesus, you all
LT
right?
when LT had talked about like you gotta radiate love, and I was like, that's what I've been realizing now. Like 'cause I did like a oracle reading the other day. And I asked like a question to my ancestors about um a possible prospect. Who knows? But my readings lately have been just saying like you need to focus on family. And I'm like, damn, like y'all really it's like everything become like family or like my friends, like focus on that, like give love to that, and then you kind of get love in other areas. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm like really seeing that like, okay, I want love, but I don't want to be chasing it. But I do want it, so I need to like do what I need to do in order for me to receive it. So like I'm like, damn, maybe I really do need to work on my relationship with my family because I'm not really close to my family. Even like my immediate family, like I can't stand them motherfuckers. They be pissing me the fuck
Damn.
off. But I be like, damn, I gotta get over this. Like I really gotta work on it and like see what's going on. So I like been like doing a lot of meditations about like certain family members, like giving myself each session. Because I do, and it's crazy because I do want a partner who is close with their family because I feel like I don't have that for myself, but I'm like obviously my ancestors are telling me like I do have it, like, and you need to like find it and work on it within your family, like, so start building a relationship, be nice to your people. That's what it's kind of telling me, like be nice to them, and I'm like, okay. So now I'm like learning that I do need to radiate love in other spectrums, not spectrums, parts of my life. So I do need to focus in on like my dad while I have him because I don't have my mom, and like my sisters. Even though that's hard because someone will be pissing me the fuck off. Some cousins, but I'm like, damn, I do want that, but I also need to like show love to my friends who I do have here. Instead of longing over the friends who aren't around, I have to like be like, okay, well, I do have this friend who be hitting me up to go do shit. So like, let me pour into them instead of like thinking like, oh, they always here, but like they might not be here. And them are the people who I
Mm.
want to be
No,
here
facts.
when
That's
I
the
do have that
move.
love and I do have that way. And I want them to be there, one who's showing me love and pouring love into me. Like I want to pour back into them. Um, so I just been realizing that, and it's just crazy that like we was talking about that tonight, like radiating that, and I'm like, that was my reading last night. It was like, if this is you, you need to like focus on the issues that you do have and
I saw
pour
that in
into
the
that.
fortune cookie last week too. Um,
Yeah, I think that is important, right? Because you're gonna have to be able to sustain a relationship, like, because friendship, family, like that's all just different forms of relationships, right? And when we want to go into a romantic relationship, those skills of being able to sustain a healthy relationship are going to come in handy. So
Hmm.
yeah,
I
that's
was just telling
beautiful.
my best friend because he's like beefed with his sister, and I'm like, please, like, no, but they don't want to talk about it, and I'm like, y'all are like definitely there's enough love to be able to talk through that. Like I hear y'all both talk about wanting relationships and marriages all the time. Like don't think that in a marriage you can have not have a tough disagreement on some shit and then not get through. Like you're gonna have to address that. Like you can't just say, you know what, we're not gonna. I'm done fucking with this person now. Like that's insane. That's so crazy. It is absurd and dramatic. It's like y'all need to. If it's a random person, like okay, who cares? Like we don't even gotta address this. Never talk to them. Okay, me neither. Like clearly, if this is like
Hmm.
someone in your family in your life, like you need to sit down. And I was telling him, like as the man, like that's your responsibility and role. Like even if it's ugly, like I'll be honest, because this past weekend, like I had just like a crazy moment. Like I just like be accountable for it, and like it was so uncomfortable to be accountable like for it. Like I felt uncomfortable even thinking about being accountable for it. But I was like, ugh, like I had to do it, especially because it was on my mind, so I was aware. If I wasn't thinking about it, then I could just keep moving on with life. Like I would just not think about it, and not be accountable. But I didn't even have
Hmm.
that luxury. Like I knew that I had to. I knew that I had to be accountable. I was like, shit. But like that's manning up right there. Like you have to, especially in terms of when it's family. Like there's nobody else that's gonna do that for you, or even set the tone and the example. And so, for instance, with you and your sister, you need to always make it clear that we talk to her, and like no matter what, like if I feel like this, like I can come to your room and we can sit down and talk, and like we'll be good when I walk out. Like that's got to be clear. Like that's got to be a tone, not like because energy's big and she can feel like, oh, he probably feels some kind of way about me, like about something. He just ain't saying shit. Like that is even more divisive. So then, especially as a man, because women are emotional, women do take it there. Women do like you never know. So like sometimes you just gotta be the initiator. You gotta sit shit down and line shit up, you know? Sit shit down and line it up. Even if it's the uncomfortable things. But that's a
I,
part about being a man.
I just want to make sure I say this though. And y'all may disagree. That's fine. Um, but in my journeys around this, son, I've learned and figured out that just because somebody is in your family, that don't mean that like you gotta have a relationship with them. You may need to
Yeah.
stay away from the motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
It's
Oh
motherfuckers
yeah,
that
that's
like,
definitely the
you
case
know what I'm saying?
for me with
Like it's
some family
motherfuckers,
members.
yeah, because like it's unfortunately, um, I can speak for my family and some family members of some of my some of my close friends where like some of these motherfuckers don't even want the best for you that's in your family sometimes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, um, uh, uh, so only
And
reason
your
I'm saying
soul
that is,
knows that. I feel like your soul knows that. I feel like that's the easier part to be honest. Because it's easier to not fuck with
but
somebody.
but you got a lot of people though that like say like, hey man, that's my blood, so I need to like fix it with them, and like what they
Well,
don't
that's
under,
what
what
the
you don't,
older folks say, and they project
but
that
like
like
yeah,
that's
because you
just
don't
such that much
understand
blood. I'm
that
like,
like
fuck
there is
that
gonna be.
bitch.
Yeah, there is gonna be no fixing. You're gonna get to a point to where like they're gonna be like, okay, we could, but like that, the way that person feels about you, they're gonna always feel that about you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
it's just I've seen it too many times to where like just because we blood don't make us family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and
No,
that's
that's so
sad.
true.
Like
Yeah.
it's sad to get to that point, in my opinion. I think that's a very sad place to get to, but I think sometimes people have to get to that realization and just move the fuck on to be like, hey,
Yeah.
we're never gonna like. I wanted this relationship to be something with my cousin, right? With my uncle, with my aunt, or whoever the hell it is. It just ain't that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, let
Yeah.
me value these friendships that I have that are very, very close. You know what I'm saying? Let me pour my, because like that time and that energy that you pour into that shit, you don't get it back. You know what I'm saying? Like you've lost that time trying to build something that was never going to be there. So sometimes it takes like having to go through that experience, which is fine. Life is about experiences and the journey. And once you learn it, you learn it. And so like I try to pass it along to people. I'm not saying just give up on your family immediately, like the first argument you have, fuck them. I ain't saying that. But like after a certain point, if a person show you who they is, you got to start believing them after at a certain point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. No, you
because you
gotta use
got some,
discernment in
like
every and you
it
have
is
to use
very,
discernment.
like the the most, because I promise y'all, I'm not
Isn't that
saying
a life,
I'm
nigga?
not saying I'm the best person in the world, but I promise you, when I tell you this is from the bottom of my heart. I am genuinely confused by anyone who doesn't want the best for the next person. I personally, every person I've ever encountered that I meet, that's a friend, that's a colleague, that's a associate, whatever. I genuinely want the best for them. Nothing in me says, like Charlemagne used to say this on his show, and I thought it was weird. He used to say, I wish you good, I just wish me better. And I used to be like, that's the weirdest fucking saying of all time. Cause like I'm not in competition with you on that level, right? So why the hell am I wishing myself better? It's like, hey man, I wish you, like run your race in life, you know what I'm saying? And my life is going, I'm gonna run my, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, that was weird when he doesn't say it anymore, but he used to always say, hey man, I wish people good, I just wish me better. Like, no, like I don't feel that way. So like I genuinely want people to reach whatever it is. I don't have any animosity. I don't feel like me in any way I'm trying to undercut you, or I'm mad because Naomi just got that new Mercedes, so I gotta step my game up because Naomi got a new Mercedes. I gotta go get something. Like, no, I don't even feel like, I'm just happy. Hey, Naomi, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? For whatever. I'm just saying, using that as a thing. You know what I'm saying? So I am genuinely confused when people are upset with other people's success. My brain doesn't compute as a human how you can feel that way. I know that exists in the world. Yeah. I just don't understand it. How you can be upset because Torian just got a promotion, because Torian is doing, he's turned some stuff around in his life.
That would be my first guess. I'm like, oh, bitch, you want a promotion? Like, what? You want a promotion too, bitch? What you mad about? I'm like, you must have wanted that.
Right. They literally do.
I don't get that.
That's how jealousy really is.
That shit is crazy to me. Like, that shit is wild.
Like, that is crazy.
I don't understand that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't get it.
And that's the problem what I have with some of my family is that whole thing of like, they always was like trying to like attack us, and I really had learned like it was only because like my dad was like well off, and he wasn't helping them, so it was like me and my sister were like their targets to like attack and like put down, find ways to put us down. I'm like, damn, like I thought you was like my cousin, you one of my favorite cousins. I'm hearing that you talking about me behind my back because of my dad doing, like, it ain't even me.
But did you address it with them?
No.
And so I think
that
that's
was my
like,
original point. I know,
that's where it like can matter, because it's like, if you love someone, right? Or because you said it was like your favorite cousin, and I can imagine like going through things, and like I haven't really had no beefs with my family. Well, I won't say I wouldn't have no beefs. I've definitely had like, because my family's kind of proper. Like, so I was like kind of the first stoner to come out, So I caught a lot of shit for that. And like my grandfather was an alcoholic. So like my mama and her siblings, they don't really do too much of that, the liquor, the partying. Like that's not something that's existent.
They don't take that lightly.
Yeah, like because they've seen how bad it gets, right? Yeah. So I've definitely caught a lot of hell. Like I walk through some shit just for my cousins to be able to run. For the ones coming up to actually be able to smoke a little weed without it being an issue.
We did walk to these cousins to run.
Not bad. So it's like I literally had to take so much shit. And it was actually a situation that was going on with my mom and my brother. And they was feeling a type of way. And I was just like, we ended up talking about like I was talking to my auntie. My auntie was on the phone. Because there was a situation where like, and this is so dumb. Like looking back on it, like when I was sober, when I had my son and like I was sober, and when I was pregnant with my son, I was like, wow, this was like dumb as fuck. Like this was stupid shit. But when I was staying with my auntie, I would literally like be hotboxing the closet. Like I would be smoking weed upstairs. And my auntie, like it's a big house. She didn't really go upstairs. And so I was getting away with it for a minute. But like when I got caught, like I got caught. And so, like, but I was using it as an example that, like, my auntie, like, she never disrespected me or, like, treated me like she had a conversation with me and, like, laid down a boundary. And,
it was
like,
probably a really tough conversation.
There with it. Yeah. And so it was something where it was like, you can respect my rules or you're going to have to, like, get out because this is my house.
Right.
And so, the conversation that you have with somebody that you love and that you care about. And sometimes conversations could be scary. Like I'm just getting to a point in my life where I'm being able to communicate communicate clearly. And that goes into the healing, like you were talking about, Torian. Like I had to do a lot of work with my throat chakra. Like there was a lot of things I had to clear out of my throat.
To find the power in it.
Roy,
But you find the
pause
power in it though.
I am pausing me. I'm not doing nothing with my throat chakra. Pause.
Yes, you is.
That's crazy.
No, we know.
Right, we could tell. We see that bad
Stagnant energy. Stagnant.
Right.
But
crazy. I'm cool
yeah,
on that.
so being able to actually like address something with the, and I say it all the time. Like I feel like I'm a Libra. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a lion Libra. I'll lie to some people.
Hold on. That's
I'll
not hold
tell
on.
people. I will dead ass.
So
tell
Roy
people.
like, damn, that is out.
Look, I'm a lion Libra.
Yeah, we've been to use a liar.
I'm a lion Libra, and I'm
Yes, you
kind of
are.
psychic. So I would tell people dead ass what they want to hear. If I know that they're not really looking for no truth, like they don't really want the real, like they really just want, like, boom, I will give you.
What am I though? What am I? Truth
A
teller.
lie teller.
Right.
It says a liar.
Fraud. It says fraud. I don't know.
I'm a truth teller. That's all I can do is tell the truth. I can't tell y'all no lies.
Right, but
that was a lie.
But when it comes to my family, I'm like, that's the ones that I'll give it to motherfucking straight. Like, I don't care, like, what you're gonna think of me, how you're gonna feel, like, because bitch.
But that's what it matters. That's what it matters the most, because nobody else knows you. Like your family actually does know you. So you can actually,
and especially from that level, and some people, so it varies because some people aren't close with their family. But like when I think about like what it is for me, and even like I grew up in San Antonio, I didn't even live in the same city. I had no family in San Antonio, but that's where I was from 2 years and up. But I was going home regularly. Like we was going back home to Arkansas regularly. So it was like these people that knew me, that held me as a baby, that like was changing my diapers. They know my family nickname. Like don't nobody else like know me by my name, by that name. Like, so it's just certain things that can be ingrained. And I feel like, and so it was like that with my mom's side of the family. I don't have my dad's side of the family in my life. But like I said, I've just been reading my great uncle Bobby Rush's. Is
he on your dad's side?
Yeah, he is on my dad's side. And I've been learning so much about like my ancestry. And I feel like that has been like so powerfully healing. So I feel like there is something to the bloodline that you're born into. And sometimes, you have to have the space for one to be able to navigate certain levels of those types of things. But I think it can be important. And like, I have a cousin, because of trauma, like she's like completely like cut off our family. Like she won't go home to Arkansas. Like she won't, and there's even other beefs. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like some of my older cousins, I have hella cousins, like hella first cousins, because my grandma had a lot of kids. So I have hella first cousins, and I was like one of the youngest. Like I was the baby of the family. My older cousins are like 10, 15 years older than me. And like, they're kind of beefed up and they're not talking. And one of my older cousins, he was just here. He's like your age, Roy. He was just here the other day. Damn. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, my older cousins. I'm like,
don't isolate me. I don't like just being isolated.
Like, yeah.
It's your big
he was like 13 when I was a baby.
That makes 70 now.
Just bored. Right. But like, and he was just speaking on it, like, because he's one of the ones that's like not in communication. And that shit like just breaks my heart, because I feel like, damn, like we all came from the same place, right? Like
when they're not talking about it, they just holding on to it.
Yeah, or when they do talk about like, and I feel like there's been conversations, but maybe it's just like not enough love, compassion, and grace that's happening with those conversations. And I know that's what I was speaking with my mother about, like, because she was wanting to feel some way about my brother.
Yeah.
And in 2025, I feel like the most important thing you could do, the most important thing you could do is just offer a little bit more grace. Like offer just like a little bit more compassion, because like life is hard for a lot of people right now. And it's just, I feel like if you have the space for that, because some people literally just don't have the space to give any more grace, to give
a little love in your heart.
No, I really feel like that too. But I've I am proud of myself because I do know I do hold a lot more grace in. And it's like certain people who I will give more grace to, like my little sister. Like right now, we kind of beefed up, but like at the end of the day, like I always still go have her back, and like I know she gonna always
Exactly.
still have mine, and like
Exactly.
it's just, and then what has given me that place of holding more grace with her is just really like healing myself and like really working on myself and realizing that like it's something that she's doing that's like just irking me the worst, but it's not really coming from her. It's coming from a place of where she was raised with, and she was raised majorly by our father. And her mother had passed away at a young age, so it was like really just my father. And as I've been getting older, I've been seeing all the like, I guess the flaws of my father, or like his lackings. And it, like a lot of like his stuff that was corrected by my mother. I like the stuff that he had taught me. Like I remember like just something so general. It was like he had told me it was okay, like use his toothbrush. And cause I had lost my toothbrush, and he just like, yeah, use my toothbrush. And I had told my mom went off on me. And she's like, don't you ever like shut
Yeah,
up
that's
toothbrush with
disgusting.
nobody. Like, and so it's just stuff like
I don't.
that.
Well, hold on. No, this is, I love you. Shout out to your mom, R.I.P. But in 2025, a lot of young people out here eating ass. Like y'all eating ass and can't share a toothbrush is
Nah.
crazy. I'm just saying, you
Share a
eating
toothbrush.
ass.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
was
share
a
a toothbrush.
child.
I
Right,
wouldn't
not a
share.
lot
If
of
my
people
dad
eat
was
ass.
eating
That's a
ass, I don't
particular
have
group.
no business
Everybody out
ass
here
on my
eating ass.
mouth.
Hold on, time
That's a
out.
particular group, boy.
No, it's not.
That's a particular.
No. What I'm
And I was
telling
a
you.
child, Roy.
Okay, yeah.
Why do I have shit particles on my mouth? Because you eating ass. Like no, like nigga, no.
No. Okay. You right. I didn't understand the timeline. Okay, yeah, you right. But I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying because people out here. I'm not saying I would use somebody's toothbrush, but I'm just saying
Yes,
like.
you are.
No, what I'm telling you is that in a time in which like 70% of like people that like are adult age, like when I say 18 to like 30 are eating ass, it's like, but y'all won't share a toothbrush? That's crazy to me. Like y'all
No,
eating ass,
because
but won't
it's
share.
I
I
you
mean,
mean,
know
now
there's
how
so
like
much
much
other
ass is
going
getting
on.
ate
Like
in what age group? This
motherfuckers
survey
might
has
got
never been
tooth
18
done.
to
decay
30.
going on. You pass that shit on.
18 to 30 is crazy. This survey has never been done, sir.
Yeah.
Like, where did you get this
18
information?
to 30 is out here eating ass heavy. That's what I'm getting in the streets. That's what I heard in the streets.
I'm in
Eight,
that. I'm in that, and that's just not the case.
well, but you different though. You've been in a relationship for the last decade, so you
But
don't
then I would
count.
have been eating ass for a
No,
decade,
but you're
right?
not even. We're not even questioning you. Know you're not even on the questionnaire. We asking these single folks because to play the game right now, to play
Well,
the
that's
game, you gotta,
probably who's eating random
that's what they
ass.
doing out here.
No, they are. They
See?
are.
You
They
see?
are.
Hey, that's what's
They
popping.
are.
They out
Unfortunately.
here eating that. Why Naomi got a flip phone right now? Where'd you get that from?
That's her son phone. I don't know. But then you can't cut me off. I forgot what I was saying. It was dealing with.
Yeah, the ARK. Yeah, hey, I used to have a where my wife at? She upstairs. Okay. I used to have a nice little brown skin son from ARK back in the day. Shout out to her, man. I love me a little Arkansas chick. She
I'm
was a
gonna
nice little.
record this and send it to Nam.
No, I love my
You know,
wife.
she watched the show.
I love my wife. I love my wife, but
Hey,
it was a
Naomi.
man back in when I
Hey,
was
Nam.
my freshman year of college. I met a older chick from Arkansas.
Hey,
Changed it.
yes.
Yeah, she was like damn near how tall was she? I think she was maybe an inch taller than me. Shit, low key.
It looked like she eyeing me. I
Yeah,
think she's
yeah.
thinking about
She was
trying me.
she
She
was from
wanted, she can't
Arkansas,
take no more. I'm about to take her to the spot. I'm gonna get it hot.
but
She gonna make
ultimately
this
though,
beat,
ultimately,
beat, beat, beat,
ultimately,
beat. She gonna make this
ultimately
beat,
though, the
beat.
H
She
town,
wanted, she
H
can't take
town
no.
Southwest girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what I needed in my life.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
I
fact.
can truly say this. I don't know, like since I've been married.
I
I've
know
been
this is
married.
my
This,
song.
this year is gonna make 10 years. This year, if we make it,
Wow.
Yes, I
yeah.
thought. This is
If we
somewhere
make
in
it,
the
if we
Alright.
if we make it to
My first
June
song, but
27, you know me. I'm a real H town nigga. I
I
got
hope you
married
like
on June 27. That's a holiday in the H, so I'm a real H town nigga.
Oh shit,
So
next month.
yeah, if we make it to June 27, that'll be 10 years we've been married.
Are y'all
And
gonna come here for it? Because since it started
it.
here. Did it start
um,
here or no?
No,
yeah,
what do you
we,
got planned?
I don't know. Like,
Oh, nigga, you fucked
But
up
that is the
already.
weekend of
Because this
Beyonce
next month
concert,
and
so
you
you
ain't got
should
shit
treat her to that
planned. Oh my
concert.
god.
I'm
You
spontaneous.
should bring her here so she can see Beyonce.
I'm spontaneous. So you know what I'm saying?
Beyonce.
I just, that's why. Hey, look. That's why I don't date no 9 to 5 person because I'm spontaneous. Because I can just get up and just go. See?
Because I'm thinking like y'all should go out the country. I'm like that needs plans.
Yeah,
that's why I was like I knew you fucked up already.
Go to London to see Beyonce. Look, I'm still gonna say Beyonce. Go to London to see Beyonce.
Tori, everything is around Beyonce for Tori. But no, I'm saying that to say that like knowing what I know now.
Is there a tour going on right now?
Yeah. I needed me a woman for me
on social media. You see Lionel
in order for me to like to catch that. Although I do like the Arkansas.
Lionel just came from LA to see her.
Yeah, for Tamara's birthday.
What?
Yeah.
Dang. That's what's up. See Roy.
And to tell you her birthday.
That's how you do something. You see that?
Right.
This ain't her birthday. This ain't about her. This is about us.
It's about y'all.
It's about us.
You like Beyonce too, though.
I like Beyonce in a different way, though. So
I'm calling the cops.
Is Beyonce serving cherries at her show?
Yeah, she is actually.
If she can add that to the show, I might pull up if she start doing the cherry thing.
You know, Beyonce didn't come to play with you hoes. She came to work.
She came to slay, bitch.
Exactly. She's at work on that stage, actually.
I like cornbreads and collard greens, bitch.
Hey, Yasmin.
What up, Yasmin? Hold on. I seen you in here. What up? I ain't seen you in here in a minute. Where you been at? God damn it. I'm one of them type of niggas. Where you been? Shit.
Right, for real.
Where you been?
That's some uncle shit.
Yeah, where you been?
That's like partially intrusive, but you don't give a fuck.
Oh, and that's what else I want to say when Naomi was talking about how women body changes after having a baby. I had seen this TikTok and it blew my mind. But it was this girl saying like how men need to like be eat. I'm putting words in her mouth, but she has told how like women bodies change. How like we saying like they are a new person, like their body changed, like but like literally their body do change because like in most cases the baby father DNA infuses with the woman's DNA, so like they literally are like kind of like a new person. And like so like you are like men don't think they have like that much, but like you are like you're doing something, like you're changing this woman's whole body, like her DNA is like being infused with yours. So like maybe you should be more, like you should really pay attention to who you are having a baby with and who this person is, because like you are literally like infusing y'all shit together in your body.
No, and some shit don't mix chemically the best way.
No, that's why you right. But we know that because like like with the sickle, I mean like if two parents who have like a sickle cell trait have a kid, their kid is gonna most likely have sickle cell, and that's not good for the body.
Do you know how advanced of a civilization it would have to be for people to consider that across the board? But hopefully we can be the ones that started that. Like you would have to start murdering. Oh, that's a bad word. Like you have to like that's whoa. You have to be
cleansing. Let's say cleansing.
That's psycho, Torian. That is crazy.
I know cleansing is even crazy.
That is crazy. That sounded like them people over there doing the They say
no, but that's the thing. You would have to like take those drastic measures to get people on the same page of like, okay, let's approach procreation like this. Like otherwise people are not gonna, that just won't happen. But it's not meant to happen on that level. Like it's meant to happen on all levels. Like you need this side and you need this side. You need the people doing, because there's the other side where it's like IVF and people not even carrying their own baby. And like they're so thinking about like how they're gonna have this baby and so conscious about it to where it's not even natural at that point. And so, but then on the other end, you do have people that just fucking down, right? And before you know it, they have babies left and right. But it's all necessary. It must exist. And I feel like that exists in the animal kingdoms too. We need all levels of people.
I wonder how y'all feel about this. This is we missed this. This broke like last week as we were doing the show. This comes from NBA veteran, future Hall of Famer, legendary Boston Celtic, Paul Pierce, aka The Truth. Here's what he said about marriage. This is Paul Pierce. You know, he's a couple 100 million M's up. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know, I don't know what he still got. I ain't counting his pockets. But here's what he had to say about marriage specifically. Let's go, Paul.
And he's never been married. And how old is he?
He's been married. He's been married before.
And he's 53.
No, he's not 50. He's in his 40s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never be in another relationship because it's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no. For what? Because it's going to be based off the sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. But it ain't going to be based off of, this is the thing, and listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Relationships, let me tell you what marriage is all about. Let me tell you what marriage is and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Okay, so let's get into that. Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids, and then when our kids, we're going to have 5, 10 kids back in the 60s, all them, they're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. So, you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you?
I really believe that. Like that's what. Like outside of that, it's no.
Shout out to
Like,
Paul.
there's no
He's
sense
spitting.
being made.
Paul
There's no
Pierce out here
sense.
spitting to y'all. Y'all poor niggas out here getting married. Fuck out of here.
There's no points being made.
Y'all getting married and y'all poor. Fuck out of here. That's for poor.
This sounds. He's obviously extremely hurt and jaded, but then never even had the example at the same time to even see marriage. Aside from his own experiences of being jaded as a basketball player and being used as a person versus loved, so could never comprehend from a heart space that somebody could love me and not just want to fuck me or want my money. That's never a message. That's bitch, please. That's like, it's like anti-forward. It's anti. It's anti messaging, if you ask me, because that's coming from a jaded space. That's not coming from truth. That's not law, and that's not how love works. And that's not universal law. So this bitch is coming from. That's why I be saying, if I'm biased, let me know. But I try recognizing like where I'm biased versus where I'm speaking like on some universal truth shit. And this is some jaded shit right here. This is jaded as fuck.
Or can I say this? Or
Naomi, your mic is muted.
No, leave her muted. Or has he seen?
That's crazy.
Or has he seen the harsh realities of women in this lifetime because of he has fame, money, and he's seen the
jaded,
deep, dark
Frank.
underbelly.
Yeah, I'm like Lionel already spoke on that.
No,
I feel like it's definitely
y'all
coming
are
from
saying it's
ideal
jaded.
No, Roy, no, you.
No, y'all are saying it's
so
jaded.
are you saying that that's all there is because
No,
that's
I'm
what
not.
he's
No,
Yeah, you are, Roy. Shut up.
No, Lord,
He's
y'all
letting himself go.
because you're about to celebrate your 10th year anniversary, right?
No, what I'm
It's still
telling
like
you,
maybe-
no, what I'm telling you
Oh,
is
but you're
that like
poor, I
he's
forgot. Wait,
seen
but you're poor.
he's seen I am poor. In comparison to him, I am
Like,
poor.
that's why you're married. He said
That
that's
is why I got married.
That explains him.
Right.
No, I think that bitch is poor because he's 70 and not married. I'm rich. I got a beautiful black woman and I got money in my pocket.
What I'm saying is that like can we all agree that okay, let me go here. Let me calm
Get
down.
it out, Roy. God damn.
You're
struggling.
First of all, don't make fun of my ADHD. Number one, goddamn.
Oh,
yeah. See,
niggas love to do that. Okay, disabled boy.
He got his sympathy wig on tonight.
Enjoy it. Right, he got sympathy wig on.
Sympathy wig on tonight for sure.
Oh, so that's why you get that SAI,
sympathy
SSI check,
sideburns.
Roy.
No, sympathy sideburns. Just sympathy sideburns on tonight.
Ooh.
But no, here's what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is, I don't know if y'all want to acknowledge it, but I acknowledge that there are certain people who there are different experiences in life, right? Like my experience in life is totally different from Paul Pierce than what he's experienced in life. So his life journey and what he's been able to see, he's seen some stuff that has, y'all can say he's jaded. I'm just gonna say it's his life experience. Like he's seen enough life to where he's
Thank
like,
you, Naomi. Give me my thumbs. Jaded.
no, y'all can call it whatever y'all want to call
Did you
it.
see that thumb pop up? It's like you thought.
Hilarious.
You must have thought a thumb up or something because that thumb just popped. Do y'all see that or am I tripping?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
I'm just simply saying that like he's had a life experience, and through
That
his
was like the
experience,
psychological
he's
tactic. What
seen
is that
certain
shit?
stuff with women, and now he's saying, "Hey, based on my experience with women, here's where I am with them. I don't need to be married. It's too many women out here who just want A, B, C, and D. And you can say, well, he hadn't found the one. Well, I'm not looking for the one. I'm not looking
That's
for
what
the
he
one.
needs to say. That's what like he needs to say. I'm jaded. I've had an experience.
No, he don't gotta say he's jaded. He said what he said.
But he's wrong.
No, he's not wrong. You can't tell him his reality. His reality is his reality.
No, and it's like his reality, but kind of what I feel it just is coming from an unhealed space. Like, so if your reality is trauma and you're saying like all this shit that is like what's been reinforced for you throughout life, it could seem true to you just based off of your experience. But at the end of the day, that's like not all that is. Yeah, like I didn't see LT's full comment, but the perception, right? Like, because there's so many ways that you could look at anything.
Perception.
Right? I'm looking straight ahead right now. Yeah. Like, but I could turn this way and it's a whole nother shit over here, right?
Y'all, the other day I was standing out in front of the window right next to Tamara. I was like, Tamara, look, where I'm standing, like I'm perfectly aligned with the sun right now. This is crazy. And she was like, no matter where you stand, like you're gonna be aligned with the sun. She's like, everyone's aligned with the sun. I was like, but no, like this is like it's perfectly
this
like
Lionel was high as hell.
I was like, no, this is amazing. I was like, we're on. I was like,
he said, this is the first year that something has happened. We don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm like, now we on the same vibe right now. This is crazy. I was like, Tamara, look at this. She was like, same for me. She's like,
I love seeing boom. Seeing that's what marriage is for. Because I could just picture her like being Lionel.
And that happens all the time. That's the story.
No, like the gentle hand.
Yeah.
The gentle hand like Lionel.
But yeah, perception, that's the beauty for me. I'll be seeing things in the perfect way.
And look, I'll even disagree with LT because I don't think perception is reality. I think reality is reality.
Well, then then you agree with my original sentiment then.
No, I don't.
He's jaded because reality is
not jaded.
Reality is women.
He's Paul Pierce.
No, reality is, and I can imagine what he's come across, but reality is that women are like. I was just having a real conversation the other day and thinking that Tamara and I are so cool for each other because she was out one time. She was just out, not like outside, but just out by herself. And there was a mishap with her car, so a guy helped her. Like it was a black man that had her back and supported her through it. And she was just saying like how she appreciates like men, just period. Like she's thankful that men exist, and like that energy is so supportive. And like she's like I was appreciating her for acknowledging that, but also recognize I'm the kind of guy I appreciate women too. Like I really have an appreciation for women and what they bring and the way they are. And it makes the difference for my life every day. So that's just not true to think that you would need to be poor or be needing to be sick to be able to benefit from the companionship of a woman. And that's to be that old is concerning because he's probably twice my age. And to be thinking that's crazy, that's very concerning because women bring so much to my life in terms of perspective, in terms of just like support and energy and like softness and things that you need as a man. So that's just not true at all. And that's propaganda in the wrong way. And it's like false imagery. And it's like anti-woman. It's like hate. It's like, first of all, what are you really trying to push here? Because women are so valuable. Like we actually need women. Where the fuck do we end up when we only see women as like sex? We can have sex with them and they just want to have sex with us, and like no, they're actually beyond. And, like they carry our blood, like Torian said, they do some real alchemical shit in the name of making sure we can still exist on the planet. So that's fucked up. I think that's annoying. I think it's jaded. I know that he did have videos come out a couple years ago, like turned up with some bitches drinking, drunk, turned up, whatever. Like that's his vibe, and I get it. Like I know that one, like money brings a certain energy and thing, and I hate that for him and a lot of people because love is different. But you have to recognize that's jaded. Like I can recognize that I may be jaded to the truth, bitch. How about that? But I'm like not gonna be jaded to like my experience and be like fuck. Like I won't let my experience hold me back or be like subjective to just my lens because I recognize the world's so much bigger and deeper. And so we can't let him think that he's when did this bitch become wise and king of the world? Like, can you
No,
say like just hit your threes? Like, can you just go to an all-star game and just
Oh
be
no! Oh, whoa,
courtside,
whoa, whoa! We
bitch?
gotta
Yeah.
stop. You sound like the white supremacists now that just said just shut up and dribble. We can't do
Well,
that.
that's
We
okay,
can't
probably
do
so
just best for
LeBron,
him.
because LeBron, look,
That bitch
hey,
don't need a podcast though. What else can you do? Like, cause this is not it.
Don't tell him to shut up and dribble. Come on, Lionel.
Well, shut up. How about that? Well, how about that? Because there's enough. I feel like there is enough like against love, especially for the black community, which is everything. You don't realize how powerful it is for a black link up, and that's what they really don't want. That's when like should be on another level. That and then what you raise, what it comes out of the household of a black link up, and having that type of union
Here's the reality, though, Lionel, is that of course there's a great black woman out there for him.
for
Here's the like,
everybody. There's
but
plenty.
like
There's more black women on the planet than black men. So
I agree with you. But let's keep it a buck. He's looking for. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about this. I'm just telling you. I'm just keeping it real. He's looking for a bad bitch. I'm telling you what he's looking for. And so
that's what he's been
well,
getting, and
that's
that's
not
why
a
he
wife.
feels
I
like
know.
this. And
yeah,
that's why he
he's
feels
looking
like
for
this.
bad
And
bitch. Listen,
so,
He didn't know how
no,
to
I'm not
compartmentalize.
gonna say he's wrong because he's in a position where he can dictate what he wants. He
and
doesn't
he's
want it.
still getting fucked over.
Well, but like he's acknowledging that if he's gonna get fucked over, he's gonna get fucked over on his terms, is what he's saying. It's gonna be my
It is on
terms.
his terms. You know what's interesting? Because he had a really good gig. Like he was able to. He was in that first rollout of when NBA players was starting to get actual opportunities from the networks like TNT and ESPN. Because at first they would just retire and bitch, you don't see them no more. Like maybe at an all-star game if it's just a huge celebrity, but like they'd be done. And then he was a part of that first rollout where they were getting opportunities to be sportcasters. They were starting to commentate on games and do interviews before shit and after shit. And you know what? He fucked that over because you know what? A video came out of him drinking, smoking, and turning up with random ass hoes. And so it's just the same thing with Shannon
Nothing
Sharp. Like,
illegal about
no,
that,
it's the
by the
same
way.
thing with Shannon
Nothing
Sharp.
illegal about that.
There's nothing illegal about that, but let me make the point because that's not. It's not. Nobody say he need to go to jail. But the thing is, now you have these grown ass black men that could actually be examples for you. Now instead, not having opportunities for themselves, like Shannon Sharp, they fucking up the money. Like Monique told them you gonna do. Like Monique got up there and said, you gonna fuck up the money because you chasing young hoes. You need to get you a woman that's gonna support you and be by your side and multiply your shit. She gonna keep you in line. She gonna say, hold up, you tripping, grab you by the collar and keep shit in line like she's supposed to, like a queen. But you out here chasing little ass people that's gonna fuck up the money. And that's what happens. And like he lost his shit. He like the world goes forward. Like the sport commentating is having a space for ex-athletes who were stars and that are black and they want to hear your opinion. And now it's just like now he has to resort to a YouTube podcast and be jaded and be wrong and loud and wrong. Like
Yeah,
that
but
does
Shannon,
affect the
but see, you
it
can't.
affects the whole shit because if you have a woman
But
like
Shannon's
LeBron,
in
if
the
you have
race
a
play
woman
though. We
like if you
gotta
have a
stop.
woman like Savannah James, like she lets you know, like
Well,
bitch, shut the fuck
LeBron's the
up.
GOAT,
Shut the
so
fuck
I'm
up.
with
She
you.
lets you know. She lets you know. And he's not
I'm
the
with
GOAT
you.
just because of himself. Trust me, that's the power. And
No,
I'm not
he's
gonna
the GOAT.
overlook. And you can't overlook. He's not the power just because of himself. He
Sure he
had
is. She
Savannah
wasn't
James
really
since
shooting in the gym.
before we even knew that they're like. She's been there, bitch. She knew about him before we
She
did.
didn't shoot in the gym with him. He shot the gym by
And
himself.
she didn't have to.
Okay, Drake.
And she didn't
For
have to.
real,
I feel
bro.
like I'm not gonna argue this point. I'm making a bigger point that's deeper
I
for like
love Savannah, by the
listeners
way.
outside of Rolex whiskey.
I
And the
love
point that
Savannah.
but okay, and so the point that is being made and that's most important is look at the difference. Look at a LeBron and look at a Paul Pierce. Look at a Shannon Sharp. I'm saying there are options, and there's a difference between having a black woman. And like they always said, universal truths are real. One thing that you always hear is behind every strong black man or man, period, is a strong woman. Look at Obama. Just look at relationships that are public that have like a woman to be able to support, and women who have a man by their side to be able to stand by them. That's what you look at. You don't look at Paul Pierce, who's lost a lot of things right before your eyes, and then
What
like,
he
and
lost?
now it's jaded, and really just venting and like talking shit. Like, but it's detrimental because people. I recognize that he is a legend, so people are gonna look to him and listen to what the fuck he's
He the
saying.
truth.
So I hate that because it's actually fucking anti. You
He
want
the
to talk about
truth.
anti-black? That's anti.
He the
Mhm.
truth. Okay,
And
let's get up out of here.
what you speak and what you speak in, like when it comes to the power, and we could speak about, the power of his influence, but even just the power that each person has to speak things over their life, right? So this is something that he's just going to continuously experience if he's still thinking, believing, and speaking these things over his life, because that goes back into like your perception is your reality. So like you're perceiving something like bitches ain't shit. So you're going to keep telling yourself bitches ain't shit. You're going to be looking at bitches. You're going to be like, that bitch ain't shit. And so like, it's just going to keep being that. And but then you could also say, you know what? Maybe that bitch wasn't shit, but there is actually like so much more out here in the world. There are so many
And
different
look,
people
I think y'all
out
missed
here
what
in
he
the world,
said.
and I don't ever have to be limited to think that. So for him to not even recognize, like with all his unlimited funds, with him being rich, for him to think that he's limited and only being able to have that experience with women, it just shows. So that's what I'm saying. It's not coming from a true, authentic
I think
space.
y'all missed what he said,
What I
though.
was doing really when he was speaking, because I didn't even catch all the shit. But I'm at a point where I like to read the energy. Like, it's not too much about the words that are coming out. It's very much about the energy that's underlying as you are speaking. And that shit was not coming from truth, right? So
His nickname is the truth, though.
and look what you call yourself truth teller.
Right, thank you. What? That does not help the case, Roy.
Here's what I'll say. The one part I'll say is that he did say that marriage is for poor people and old people. So he's just not old yet. So he'll probably get married when he gets older. See?
So when he's 70, like his mama.
Yes. Then he'll settle down and get married. See? Problem solved.
And I feel like marriage could be I believe marriage is more for older people. I wouldn't say it's for old.
You agree with him, Naomi?
And I wouldn't even say no, but I'm not saying I'm fucking say like he is old enough to get married. Like he is the older that I'm thinking about. And it's given like, but of course, obviously he's not there yet, because it's like, okay, a real wife actually wouldn't even, okay, like baby. And they say married men live longer, right? So like he's missing to think that it's just like no benefits out there. But I will say, like, it could be disastrous if you marry the wrong one, right? Like it definitely can be a fucked up situation if you choose wrong. But that's part of having choices, and that's like the part of having to make.
Yeah, bitch, you get on that knee, bitch. You went to shop, you got the ring, not on the knee. Like, make the right. I mean, I would make the right.
Better choose the right one. Or pick
I just want to. The last thing I want to come out of my mouth on this episode is that women want to be loved. Do you?
Okay, that's a Lionel. That's Lionel what he wants to say. Me, yeah. Okay, let me relax, because I was gonna say some wild shit.
All right, let's go.
Let me relax. Okay, as we get out, let's get out of here.
Stand on it.
No, I was gonna say some wild shit about these. I was gonna say some wild shit about bitches. But let's say this. Let's get it. I was gonna talk about these bitches.
This is no strings attached. Bitch,
no, let's get out of it.
I'm like, bitches. That would be right. Me as your wife. I'd be like, bitches. You're talking so much about them. Bitches.
Hilarious.
Well, do you Roy? Look. Right
yeah, go ahead, shut that shit up. Go ahead, shut that shit up.
I want to leave on a fun note. I saw a compilation video of these UPS and FedEx delivery people getting chased by dogs. Y'all gotta put y'all dogs up.
No, for real.
Yeah, this shit is ridiculous what they go through with these damn dogs. Let's watch some of this as we get up out of here tonight. This is ridiculous. Let's go. Look.
Oh no.
That nigga cleared that hoe.
He did.
Night, yo. Like, what are we doing with these? That's a big ass dog.
That one. Oh, it was a boy.
Oh shit. I gotta get y'all dogs when y'all getting. Y'all got 3-4 dogs up there.
Me and the dog would be tussling that day.
Look.
Okay, now for real. Like,
watch this.
Oh,
goddamn dog came. Hold on, let me bring that one back. Hold on. Cause that goddamn dog came through. Hold on. Come on, man. Your dog came through the damn door.
no, for real.
You know what? If I could trade and if I could talk to Noah and his arc, I would trade in dogs for probably. I was like, can we just get the dogs back and we'll take roaches? We'll keep the roaches, maybe something else. But anything. Give us something else to trade for them. Like, please.
There's nothing wrong with dogs.
I'm like, most of them niggas scary anyway.
I'm like, look, I was gonna say also there's another compilation to where you watch people like start chasing the dog back. And, like they run for their lives too. So I'm like, what's the point of this? Like they're genuinely just annoying.
No, they're not.
I got it. Y'all can't.
I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all know how to tell dogs stop, down. I be like, you better assert your motherfucking.
No, that's all you gotta do is assert your shit.
Assert your dominance, nigga. You don't start running. You don't start running like that.
Man, some of them are crazy though too. Some of them.
No, and you would have to read it. You would have to read the situation for sure. But a dog just coming up to me, a dog running up to me, I'm not automatically going into fear.
And Ryan
to just be like, girl, you better move. Like I talk to dogs just like I talk to motherfucking humans.
I'm going to fight, and I'm about to fight. Be like, I'm like,
you're like, damn, I was just saying hi, nigga. Now I gotta bite
like,
your
I don't
ass.
want to say hi.
Now
For real. I'm like, I don't talk to.
Now you got 17 stitches in your hand because you tried to square up.
Read the room, bitch, and that bitch gonna have a knucklehead at least. Something
hilarious. Okay, I want to start with this clip next week because can we all agree that this is a trans man? Can we all agree?
Whoa.
Well, is this factual or not?
No. This is Pop the Balloon. This is clearly a trans man. I'm gonna play y'all some of this. We're gonna play this next week though.
I didn't know it was your birthday, and I got your birthday gift, but I can't give it to you right now.
Can we agree this is a trans man? Are we all? Do I need to play some more? Can we all agree?
A trans woman, you mean?
No.
I'm sorry, a trans woman. Can we agree? No. Okay, let me play some more for you, Naomi.
Do you want to know what it is?
I do. I don't like surprises.
You don't?
No.
Well, I feel like I got the best head ever.
Naomi, stop.
And I want to show you.
So you want to say that one more time?
I feel like
No, stop. Come on, we can all agree. Come on, man. Come on. This is clearly a trans woman. Come on.
Well, I can definitely see that being a trans, 100%.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
The last thing I want to do is assume that's a trans. It's not.
I could see it just being a woman too. I could see it either way.
That ain't no. That's a trans woman right there.
No, I met a woman I thought was a trans before.
Look, Torian put. Not Torian. Lionel put on his glass. Put your glasses on, Lionel. Take a look.
I don't know.
Lionel go put them glasses on. Let me take a second look. That's a. That's a. Come on, man.
I got the best head ever, and I want to show you. And then you could tell me if I do.
See, he got infatuated because she said, I got the best head ever. I want to show you. See, he didn't lost his mind. He didn't got the head, and the top, and got his whole brain confused. Po little tink tink. He don't know no better.
No, and he's like a Asian Mexican midget.
I mean, look at the difference. Look at the difference in the size.
No, that nigga has to be like right on the level of dwarfism.
I'm an Asian Mexican midget. That's
all right, man.
We are like covered in tattoos. Like might be a gangbanger too. Like this is a crazy crossover.
We out of here tonight, man. We'll see y'all next week. Peace, y'all.
Good night, you guys.